Hey, what no? This the original franchise boy, that boy Jizzle, aka Fresh Prince of Allen Temple. And right now I just jumped out the port with dirty glove basket. Holla at your guala. Jizzle!
Catch me in a 6'4", smoking like Chinchon, bezel in a watch, diamond wedding ring on.
All right, so we got the one and only Jizzle, man, jumping off the porch with us today.
What no?
Man, how you feeling, bro?
Oh man, feel good. I feel brand new.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Now, I appreciate you coming by. And go ahead and introduce who else you got sitting on the porch with you today also, man.
Oh man, I got my brother Black Boy. Hey, you know who this is? This is Rich, Mr. 365. And y'all know my older brother, Money Sauce, Young Sauce to God. Straightforward entertainment.
Okay.
The original franchise boy, I'm Jizzle, aka the Fresh Prince of Allen Temple.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, let's start right there with Allen Temple, man. So, man, what used to go on in Allen Temple?
What used to go on in Allen Temple? Oh man, anything you can think of in the Atlanta ghetto housing project, you know what I mean? Anything you can think of. Just like everywhere, it just maybe different slang, different lingo, you know what I mean? It's pretty much the same.
Yeah. And what about the culture out in Bankhead, man?
The culture, as far as what? Man, the culture it's southern, but you know, it's ghetto. But it's just when you come from that, or you as deep embedded in it as I am, you know what I'm saying, you become to live it.
I dig that. So what was Jizzle into as a kid growing up in Allen Temple then?
What was I into as a kid in Allen Temple? Oh man, shit. Anything a young typical person like me into everything. You know, hustling in the street, cutting school, smoking weed, fucking bitches. I'm doing everything you know a youngin' like me could be doing, trying to make my way out, and not like others in my hood at that point in time. I was rhyming. You know what I'm saying? I was rapping, I was rhyming. Okay. And I used to rap for a lot of the old heads. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the OGs from Allen Temple. I used to just rap for them. I might come to the track early in the morning. And you know, I was way fat when I was younger. I was a lot fatter. I was a lot chubbier. And you like, shit, can I get a rhyme, fat boy? Can I get a rhyme? It was like the biggest shit, but it's that serious. That really used to go on with me. Like I remember my OG JP. He'd be sitting up there in that chair. Fat boy, let me get a rhyme in the morning. He just sit back and I just go to rapping. Yeah, I was doing that a lot as well as other things.
Okay. So at what age would you say you jumped off the porch then?
9.
9?
Woo. Man, let me tell you something. And this is a true fact. Anybody that knows me and that know me that you know, you can ask this. Like, I've been smoking weed since I was 9 years old. I've been playing guns and fishing since I was 9 years old. Everything that I pretty much do as an adult, I've been doing since I was 9 years old. I've been rapping and writing and playing with pistols and fishing and buying cars and jewelry and shit since I was 9 years old. Like into that at a young age. So I jumped out the porch at 9. Like somebody else would be at home getting ready for school, which I should have been, which I did, but I got introduced to a lifestyle at an early age that I fell in love with, and I just don't know how to let it go.
Yeah. So what got you into rapping that first way back then?
I don't know, I guess just the love of music and then the people that was around me growing up that was rhyming. Like, when I was growing up, like, it was like LL Cool J, Hitman Sammy Sound, Kilo Ali, you know what I'm saying? Jake the Snake or something like that. It was like rappers like that. E40 and all them people like that, like they was what was going on. They were what I was hearing. They were going on, they were what I was hearing. So that was a big influence on me then. Back then when you bought like artist singles, like you bought them on a cassette tape and then the cassette tape would have the instrumental on there. And boom, there you go. You can rap and use the little punch thing and record yourself. I was doing that and had a whole song.
How old were you then?
Shit, probably about 13.
Okay.
Probably about 13. Yeah, that's when I started trying to learn how to do stuff because I didn't know how I was gonna be able to do it for real or if I was gonna ever be able to do it for real, you know what I'm saying? But I know I was gonna get good as I possibly could at it so people could listen.
So were you just like handing out the tapes, or how were you getting people to hear?
I get like the people like especially like the dope boys in my hood who got nice cars. I get on the tape and let them play it and let them hear it, and some of them will like it, and they'll just play it, and like it'll be a song that's just known around the way, but around the way now I'm known for rapping.
Okay. So how'd you get the name Jizzle?
It came from a deceased friend of mine, and I kept it in honor of his name. Like, it was like, my nickname growing up was BJ. So I had a partner named Cheese, and when I used to rhyme, he would be in the building, he was like, B Jizzle. And that was, he gave me that name probably about 13, 14 years old. But when it was time for me and Dem Franchize Boyz to get signed a couple years on down the line, BG was already generated with the B Jizzle, so I flipped it to Jizzle Man.
Okay. Yeah. So how did Dem Franchize Boyz, how did the whole group form? How did you guys grow up together, or how did all this come about then?
I mean, we all from around the same parts, you know what I'm saying? We all from around the same parts. The producer Pimpin', he from my hood, he from Allen Temple.
Okay.
A lot of people might not know that, but he from Allen Temple. And he had the in-house studio. And then it used to be like a lot of folks over there rhyming. A lot of folks over there rapping, just, you know, jumping over beat. But I was the first dude that Pimp ever recorded. Because, you know, he was just into it, but I was already in tune with music and I already rapping. I already was having bars. And I just used to go on there and do music with Pimp. Then we did a song together. It was like Pockets on Zero. He made the beat to it and I rapped it. And I gave it to my little brother Pookie from Cleveland Avenue. He got a little cutlass with a little sunroof and I gave it to him. And the little song got popular, you know, around the way, like over there on Cleveland on Grand Avenue and definitely in Allen Temple. So we built the chemistry and started working together. Then he went out to college. Well, the other members went, rest in peace, Buddie, shout out to Lay, like, they were doing music in college. And when they got in trouble in college, they just left and didn't come back after they did whatever it was they did. I wasn't in college, so I don't know what they did. So whatever they did, they never went back to college. So shit, me and Parlay, I used to be in his hood, he used to be in my hood, but we ain't know that, we ain't know each other. But he heard me rap on a song that Pimp had, and he asked Pimp, he like, who the hell that is? He like, oh, that's Jizzle. And Parlay told him, like, let's go find that nigga right now. And they came and got me, you know what I'm saying? And that's how the main members formed, like who was gonna be in the group. We didn't even have no name at first. Everybody just who they was as they own, you know what I'm saying? Cause we all was solo artists, but actually in the beginning, you know, I was like Pimp artists. I was just like Pimp artists, you know what I'm saying? I was like the first whoever rapped for him, first whoever recorded. Like, I made Pimp believe this shit could happen, you know what I'm saying? Like, that for real, on God. Yeah. So that's how it kind of formed, and then, you know, as we seen who was willing to put what toward doing it, then all the group of guys and everybody who just used to be around the studio, then they kind of got sorted out like, okay, well, you just, all right, okay, we see who. So we formed it, Pimp, Buddie, and Parlay, Jizzle. We have a soiree.
So talk about the creation process for White Tee, man.
White Tee, I wasn't there for the vibe of White Tee or for the really remaking it. It was something that was in the talks before I had my situation, cause you know at that time, like I said, I was living different than people my age. So I'm the only one in the group that got a child already. I already got a child at this time. Before White Tee, you see we talking about the creation of what, I already got a child. Like I already got a child, so my arm broke. I'm selling crack. I done knocked out a junkie and hurt my hand, this, that, and the third. So I'm fucked up. I can't come out the house for a few days, and I'm trapping out my mom's apartment. You know what I'm saying? I'm trapping out my mom's apartment, but I got my baby too, because at this time, I used to go get, no matter what was going on that weekend, I still made sure I went and picked up my little girl. I used to go all the way pick up my daughter, which is my oldest daughter today. But I used to go all the way pick her up. So when they was recording White Tee, I was down there at home with my baby and in a sling. So I wasn't there for the creation of White Tee. That's why you only hear me on the yips and on the hook and things like that of White Tee, and I don't have a verse on White Tee. See, I wasn't even there for the creation of White Tee.
So what you think when you first heard the song they presented it
When
to you?
they first played it for me, I knew it was it. Like I knew it was something like that was gonna be bigger than what it was, but I didn't expect it to be that big. Because for the simple fact, we only made music for around our way. That's what I do. Like when I used to rap to prevent catching the dope case or just cause I'm in the mood to rap. But it was something that I had already did, so I was quite better than it than a lot of people than everybody that was around our production company. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I ain't really get to see the vibe of it. But I think they like me.
Okay.
I think they like me, which came another one of our biggest records to this day. Like my artist had gave Pimp the idea for I think they like me. Rest in peace, Jesse. And Pimp did it. Pimp sampled it. So he told Pimp, hey man, you know what'd be hot? Sample yourself saying, I think. So Pimp went in the house and did it because Pimp had an apartment in Allen Temple. Pimp had an apartment. Like my mama got an apartment. I'm standing out there with my mama. His mama got an apartment too, but Pimp done fucked around and something going on at the time where he can get his own apartment. Pimp got his own apartment, so that's what the studio was. So Pimp go right in the house and go do the shit. He called me probably about 6 hours later, which I wasn't there when they had the conversation when Jesse told him to do it or whatever, whatnot. But he called me and said, come up here. And I came up there and I heard that bit. I had like 2 different verses on it. But we had a lot going on at the time. A lot of folks were talking about us, and we was getting into a lot of stuff like at concerts and stuff like that. So I had a lot of stuff to get out of my chest, so I ain't really rap on that. I'm just really talking stuff to the people. Like I'm pretty blunt if you knew what was going on, who I'm talking to, or whatever, whatnot. Now, the chemistry that was built on that, I know about that. I already knew that was out of here, boy, cause I felt the way and it felt the way too.
Nah, definitely, man. That shit went crazy.
It felt the way too.
So were you guys already signed at that point, or were labels reaching out then, or?
When we did, I think they liked me. I think we had maybe just got signed. That was the first situation. We was over at Universal. We was over at Motown. Yeah. We was over there at Motown. Yeah, we was over there at Motown.
Yeah. So what was that whole process like, having these labels reaching out? Because there was like a whole bidding war for you guys at the time, right?
Yeah, it was. It was like Rockefeller, like JD, Universal, Def Jam, Atlanta, and we had actually started taking a couple meetings. That when I had first met Sean Paul back then. I met him in Atlanta. No, I met him at what was it? J.R. Cricket on Bankhead with the reps from Atlanta, and they got Sean Paul there too.
They trying to win you guys over.
Yeah, but he telling me what's going on. He's like, hey, shout to make them folk cut that cheek. You know how he talk.
So what was it about Universal's offer that made you guys want to say, all right, this is the one, man?
Well, we got the most money from Universal, and also we had way more control than any artist. Like we controlled the whole budget. All the money that they gave us, we control. We distributed out like how that money got spent, the where it went to. Like a lot of artists, they ain't control that whole budget. We control the whole budget. The album, we put it out what we pretty much wanted to then. Everything, we came in there as a young CEO, we did what we wanted to do.
Yeah. So what was it like putting together that first album, man?
It was a great experience because it was a lot going on good, but it was still like, dang, we still kind of in this shit though. We still kind of in this shit. So a lot of the feeling, that's what I know I dedicated into putting the album together. Cause it was so much going on at the time. I can remember things, but it was so much going on at the time, man. Like we used to have to perform with scraps and have all kind of crazy niggas with us. Like it used to be crazy. Like I used to get followed home, and I'm still living in the project. I used to have to do
shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a lot.
Why were you still in the projects? Why didn't you move out at that point?
Because at one time, the money wasn't plentiful enough, though. We can fuck that up. We some young niggas. We can fuck that up. What are you talking about?
What was like your first big purchase? What'd you do, buy a car or what?
My first big purchase was a chain.
Okay.
My first big purchase was a chain.
What'd you get? Like the gold robe? What'd you have back then?
The franchise records piece.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the franchise record piece.
Some shits were huge.
Yeah, the franchise record piece. Yeah, that was the first.
All right, so the first album drops, man. What were these shows like? Because you guys were touring all over the place too, man.
Man, the show was crazy. You talking about like in 03, 04. Oh, man. Woo-wee. Damn, man.
Was it
You
easy?
you made me feel old when you just asked about it, because I just really just took a second to think about that. You just really made me feel old, man.
Were you guys ready for all that attention and kind of like getting used to that fame? Was that hard to adjust to? Or?
Hey, we were not ready to deal with all that fame and popularity. I know I win. Cause I get irritated real quick, especially like the simplest shit, like it to piss me off, like for real. Like what the stupid mother, and I forgot I'm supposed to be this character, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, yeah, man, yeah.
So how did Jermaine Dupri get in the picture, man? How'd you guys link up with him at first?
How we link up with JD? Actually, we linked up with JD because we had already been kind of fucking with him, because on the White Tee, he jumped on the remix, him and my partner Slim. So there. They jumped on the remix. Did a remix to White Tee, so I Think They Like Me was on our first album with Universal. The original I Think They Like Me, just me, Pimp, and Young Nut.
Yeah.
That one was on the first album. They were telling us about the next single. We were like, we're gonna go with I Think They Like Me next. They like, nah, it sound too much like White Tee. I said, it don't sound nothing like White Tee. They ain't believe in it, so they dropped this.
No shit.
Yeah, Universal dropped this. But at the time, things had done slowed up, but me and Pimp was still working. We was still working. Everybody else doing whatever they were doing, but we would still link up because we still did spot date shows and shit. We'll still link up like that. Me and Pimp was already pushing I Think They Like Me on our own, because we felt the way, because we really liked that song and how the song came about, and they just shitted on it. So me and Pimp get the shit hot in the street, and then all the little high schools and stuff, because we had little people going to high school and they'll enter contests, but they'll use the I Think They Like Me song and play it and end up winning. So I called Pimp, I said, Pimp, boy, but he hoes just won a damn contest playing it. I Think They Like Me. So he told me, for real. Boy, I motivated that nigga, and that nigga got there, came out of my house by the stack of CD like that. He done pressed up with nothing but I Think They Like Me. We pad them bitches out, and they think that bitch get hot on the radio. JD jump on the remix, throw Brad and Bow Wow on there.
That shit was huge, man.
That was the history right there. That what took them boy to platinum right there. That's how we just linked it, by that record, just like that. We ain't know he was gonna do it. He ain't called and said he was gonna do it. He just did the shit. And that shit got down. We worked that shit out from there. You know what I'm saying? Cause he had a situation over there in Virgin and shit. We had a situation here and there and everywhere, but it fitted like the look, it fitted. And then they was already on the remix.
The song went #1 on Billboard. Did you guys even know about Billboard? Did you know how big that was at the time?
I didn't know the importance of it, but I knew it was something that I like to say. What? Like, if somebody picked me, I went #1 on the Billboard, bitch. I knew that. I knew that, some shit like that. Like, yeah, I knew the importance of Billboards then, but now I definitely know the importance of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, then, like, yeah, I ain't know the importance of it, but I know it means I'm good or something.
Can't get higher than #1, right?
Right. So that basically was.
All right, so what about Lean With It, Rock With It, man?
Oh, man. That took a nigga to another level, and I ain't even like Lean With It, Rock With It.
Really?
Hell no, I ain't like it. I got on it. JD asked me to get on Lean With It, Rock With It. And probably, yeah. JD asked me to get on there, because I ain't really like it at first. And then it wasn't so much as I ain't like it. I ain't like how it came about, far as how the song came about or whatever. So I ain't really like I Think They Like Me. Then JD asked me to get on.
But that bitch went crazy.
Yeah. The chillin', the grown folk, lean with it. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that verse. Yeah. That me on Jizzle. A little more slim, a lot more trimmer, you know what I'm saying?
You guys had a remix with Korn. Did you even know who Korn was?
I had to do some research on it before we flew out there to California. Cause I was like, the folks at the label, they were so excited about the shit, and I'm like, that shit I ain't, you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't just knocked me off my feet. Who it called? Like, that's how it was at first until I found out, like, God damn. Then I met John, you know what I'm saying, from the Korn band and all that. So that was an honor, boy, and I had a good time out there in California with him and everything.
Oh, yeah?
Hell yeah, we had a good time out there in California. Hell yeah, it went down. Look, he trying to get something at me. Look, he trying to get me tears, so.
So how was it working on that second album compared to the first one?
Oh man, it was so life was so it's so different from the first album. On that album, yeah, life was in the play, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga was actually living life for real. Like I ain't even really gotta come to the hood if I don't want to. I don't even gotta see none of these niggas I don't want to. Like life was a whole nother. So I got the blossom on that album a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I got the blossom on that album a little bit.
Was he very hands-on during the studio sessions, or he kind of just let you guys do you?
We were doing that, like we were always kind of in control of like all that shit. He'll just come back at the end, you know, if he gonna do something, whatever. He produced one track on that album. That was the one with the sample of Pimp C and Bun B on there with it.
Okay, yeah.
My Music, that's the name of it, My Music.
Yeah. So was it just a one album deal you guys had with JD, or what happened after that second album dropped?
After the second album dropped and it did what it did, took over the platinum, appreciate them platinum plats and all of that. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, love. Shawty had a situation at Def Jam. JD had a situation at Def Jam. So he went over there and he was trying to take her, but you know, Virgin wasn't trying to let her go because they were saying like, out of everything Shawty brought over there, we were the only one that had just made them some money.
They wasn't trying to see you leave then.
Yeah, so the money that Shawty was telling her to ask them for, he told her to ask them for a number, and them folk weren't trying to give her no number. No, they did tell us a number. They said 5 million. That's what they did.
To leave?
Yeah, they said 5 million. So JD said, what? Y'all get him 5 million.
You know, D4L was out at the same time, man.
Yeah.
So like, was there beef amongst the groups? Was it just music related, or what was the whole situation with them?
Man, I don't really want to say that was beef. You know what I'm saying? At one point it might have been, but I don't really want to say that was beef. It was more like some brothers just getting into it and, you know what I'm saying, feelings all over the place. That's what I say, you know what I'm saying? Cause that was basically what it was. That was some brothers getting into it and feelings all over the place. That's what I called it. Yeah. But they were out at the time, yes.
What you think of Bet You Can't Do It Like Me the first time you heard that song?
I didn't care to put a wager on it. You know, I didn't care to put a wager on it, but it was hot. It was hot. And they definitely represent the West Side. They were definitely holding this shit down, especially for the streets and all that West Side or that Bankhead. They were definitely doing it. Yeah. They were definitely holding that shit down, though.
Definitely.
Shout out to Stunt Man. Shout out to Front.
Yep.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think when music critics started calling it snap music, man? Did you guys even care, or?
We acknowledged it. Kings of the snap music. That was what we started going as too. That became another strike under the belt for us. You know what I'm saying? It ain't phased up because I started putting in verse. You know I gotta talk my shit. You know I gotta talk. You know that's what it was. Talk my shit. I was talking my shit. Yeah, Kings of the snap music. They don't know how to act to it. Make that ass bounce, make it float like a black beauty.
Then the third album was dropped under what, Koch, right?
The third album dropped up under Capital and Koch. Okay. Yeah, Capital and Koch.
So how did that whole deal come about then?
They basically, Koch licensed our album out through Capital, basically, because we was on Capital at the time of the third album. Third deal with Capital. Okay. Yeah, we was over there. So, yeah.
How'd you feel about that third album?
How I feel about it? I had some good moments of creating that album, but things were going crazy at that time too, goddamn. The third album, it was just like, shit, what the hell finna go on now? Cause shit was just so unorganized, so out of play. This nigga over here, this nigga over there, I'm over there, this nigga right there. He doing it, he doing that. It was just so much, and the label ain't got no control over us. This, that, and the third. So I'm like, fuck it. I already know what I'm finna do. I got me a couple youngins. You know what I'm saying? They really could do music. And I already knew it was something going on then. Like, you know what I'm saying? The third album, that was the third album. Like, shit was all over the place at the third album. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So did the group break up, or was it just kind of like everyone just kind of went their separate ways?
It was just like a nigga went home and niggas didn't call each other no.
Really?
Nigga might call for a show, you might goddamn not, or he might not. Like, hell yeah, nigga just went home one day and nigga didn't call each other no more. That what it was, I'm telling you. Shit like that, for real.
Did something happen, or was it just kind of?
You don't know no groups that become successful and stay together.
Yeah, it's very rare.
Like, you don't know no groups that, you know what I'm saying, have special amount of success we had and stay together. You know, they'll get back together, but them motherfuckers gonna have a breakup point. They get, like, a lot of groups, they get back together, they were awesome together, they did a lot of things together, but they'll get back together, but their breakup is coming. I don't give a fuck who you is. Niggas didn't think Field Mob would do it. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, the breakup is coming, nigga. Some money go to accumulate, egos get flared. Nigga, the breakup is coming.
Can you share a story about Buddie, or just tell us what type of person Buddie was?
Man, Buddie was my brother, man. Buddie was, I mean, he know I love him to death. Buddie was Charlie Sheen crazy. Buddie was crazy. And I got a record that ain't been released with all four of us on it, and Buddie on there. And he say that, try me, watch I whip out, imp the whole clip out and say something, watch he Charlie Sheen flip out. And I'm like, that is really, like, that's really you. Like, Buddie was crazy, but that nigga was smart as hell. Like, with Buddie, he always, like, was the concept guy of the group. It was his concept and idea to do a song about a white tee. We just didn't have no hook to it, and then when it was time to do the hook to it, I wasn't around, and Parlay ended up putting the hook together, but it was Buddie's idea to do a song of white tee. Yeah, Shaw was smart as hell. He had a what, 4.0 or 4.4 in college, some shit like that. It was something like that. Yeah, Buddie was smart ass nigga. Rest in peace, John. I'll never forget you.
Yeah, long live Buddie, man.
Yeah, we fly.
So did you end up starting your own label when the group kind of split up, or what happened?
I started my own label. And like all of us did, kind of started little labels or little entities. We did that shit while shit was going on. We had, you know what I'm saying? We did, like, in some of the video, I already had the label Pieces Charms on and shit. Like, yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. Good entertainment, man. Straightforward entertainment. Straightforward, you can't ignore it. That's what these people behind me, that's what they represent. You know what I'm saying? Cause we moving straight forward. We ain't breaking or nothing. And we ain't looking behind us, you know what I'm saying? If that where a motherfucker is, that where a motherfucker getting little bit behind, cause we straightforward. Can't ignore it.
Yeah, kind of speak on some of the differences that come with, you know, being an independent artist compared to being on a major label like you guys were.
You gotta make yourself as an independent artist, you gotta make yourself a major. Like, cause you gotta do everything that the major would be doing. Like studio time, interview time, marketing time, like that's stuff the label pay for. You're an independent artist, you are the label. You have to pay for those things. You understand? Yeah.
Yep. So what's the single that you pushing right now, Jizzle?
Oh man, I got a couple singles. But I got that Touch Me Out, that video is out right now. That Touch Me Out. I got that Talk My Shit out. I got that Talk My Shit project about to come out.
Okay.
Featuring me and Money Sauce to God. That's about to come out. And also my cooking show.
I saw that, man.
You did, for real?
I mean, I saw you got one coming, man.
Oh, yeah.
Lean in the pot with it.
Lean in the pot with it.
Jizzle's
Jizzle's Ghetto Gourmet. Yeah.
So what inspired you to say, fuck it, man, I need to make a cooking show, man?
What inspired me to do the cooking show? I ain't gonna lie. That nigga Pimp. Pimp called me. He called me, bro, and he said, Jizzle, you know what? And this was not too long before I left. You know, I just came home or whatever, but Pimp called me. He was like, Jizzle, you know what you need to do? You need to do a cooking show. That's what you need to do. Because, you know, I always used to cook, and he used to always tease me about, like, I need to get a restaurant, call it Jizzles. That what Pimp would say. You know, he's stupid. He would say shit like that. That's what he told me, like, in the height of our career. He was telling me then, because I might get in the van, we finna go out of town and go do a show or go on tour or some shit, and I might bring some food out of how I done cook, like some wings or some shit like that. And he might be the tailor motherfucker. He told me, you need to do a restaurant. You call it Jizzles. So Pimp inspired me to do, you know, the cooking show though. Shawty inspired me to do it. And when I saw what he meant by it, and I thought about those times back when he used to tease me about it, Shawty was the inspiration for that.
So what's some of your specialties? Like what you known for cooking, Jizzle?
Chicken, wingy bingy, chicken wing, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hell yeah, chicken wings.
So when will the show start airing? Next year, or you got some already filmed, or?
Yeah, we got some pilots filmed, but we about to jump really deep off into it starting the beginning of the year.
Okay.
Cause like I told you, know, I'm just coming home. You know what I'm saying? So we working though. You know, we right back at it. You know what I'm saying? All good vibes around, all positive people around me, all prosperous peoples around me, all God-fearing around me, you know what I'm saying? That's all you know what I'm saying? That's how I'm moving. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what should fans expect from this new album then that's about to drop?
Oh man, they can expect a new me, but first and most important too, also, I want to apologize to all the fans, all the families and friends and all parties, you know what I'm saying, that suffered a loss in the situation or whatever, whatnot. And I want to apologize to my wife and my children, you know what I'm saying? But I'm back though. Holla at your guala. Jizzle!
So who are some of the artists or producers you've been working with for this next album?
For the next album, what's Sauce? Sauce? We got T.A. See, Sauce, he deal with all the folk like that. I don't even see He deal with all the folk. Yeah, Eva Purdue taught my shit. I ain't gonna do you like that, Eva. I do remember your name. I do remember you, Evo. You came down, got in the video. El De Niro, yeah, actually, he's straightforward. He signed us. How y'all forget the nigga? See, I blame it on them. See, I got good people I can blame it on. See, that's the difference. You know what I mean? Yeah, a bunch of them. I got one up my sleeve. I don't want to say his name. He don't do what he say he gonna do, but it's one major one that I definitely know you know. But I ain't gonna say no. I ain't gonna say it because he might don't do it. Don't be mad here. I want you to, after the interview come out, I want you to edit this shit out.
Yeah, wait till that shit done.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I gotta wait. He might don't do what he said. Oh, but I do got the new franchise record though with me and Pimp. It's called Get Off My Dick.
Okay.
I do got that. Me and Shouting, me and Pimp and Poe to get together and shoot the video for that, but the record is done. You go on YouTube, hit that motherfucker is out of here. Yeah.
That's major, right
Yeah,
there.
I do got to Get Off My Dick record with Pimp though. Yeah.
And you putting together a tour, right?
That was in the talks. But I don't know. That was in the talk. God willing it is though, but that was in the talk. I don't know, but I got so much other stuff I'm trying to get, you know what I'm saying, caught up on and launch and shit like that and children who think they growner than me and shit like that. So I got a lot of other stuff that I got focused on too while we sort that out or whatever that's gonna be. Yeah.
Say no more.
Yeah.
All right, so going into 2022, man, what's some of your goals? What's some of your plans for the new year, man?
To have you film in my cooking show permanently. Just everybody around me that I love and, you know what I'm saying, near dear to my heart that, you know, that they all right and I'm able to make them be all right if they not all right. And just to be here for my people and be here, period, man, you know what I'm saying? Everything else, this music, I already know what it's gonna take. I got that in the lock. I got the music part in the lock. But we just want to be a successful black record company, cooking show.
Nah, I dig that, man.
Yeah, and whatever, you know, my children set out to what they want to do, because that's what I'm basically trying to focus on with what you gonna do, Shawty, what you gonna do, so we can start, you know, tapping into that shit right now, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't tell you what's gonna happen to daddy. Granddaddy too, you know I'm a granddaddy now too.
Is he really?
Yeah, I'm a granddaddy too. Yeah,
Congrats, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah, see, so you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm tapping into, like trying to see what's what, how we gonna, that's where I'm at with it right now. I ain't worried about me, I'm gonna be all right. And Money Sauce, he pretty much runs the company. I work for him.
Just focus on the music, man.
Yeah, I just, you know what I'm saying? But Shout it mostly handle that. Oh, and my little nephew Bally, he coming too. He coming too. Y'all get ready for him. Bally, young Bally, Shout ain't nothing to play with, man. Shout ain't nothing to play with. He coming. Matter of fact, he's gonna be on this project too.
Okay.
Yeah, Shout it coming.
All right, Jizzle, you got any shout outs you like to give before we wrap it up here, man?
Oh, shout out to my family. Shout out to my loved ones. Shout out to my wifey, my snooker, my brothers, my children. You know what I'm saying? All my people down on Rice Street, you know what I'm saying? All my people on the West, and if you down and you wasn't never jealous, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with the fucking with you. You heard me? Yeah.
Catch me in a 6'4", smoking like Chinchon, bezel in a watch, diamond wedding ring on, still round rim, hitting.